Welcome to this webinar presentation, which will hopefully give you a really good understanding of why we think Cloud30 is an ideal computing solution for small to medium-sized businesses. My name is Andy Proctor, and with over 20 years experience in providing IT solutions to SMEs, I'd like to think I'm fairly well placed to advise on cloud computing. With most cloud computing solutions, instead of your IT information residing on computer equipment in your office, it's up on the internet, in the cloud. This is great when everything is working well, a bit simplistic, but here's a business with information or data in blue flowing to and from the cloud via a broadband or a similar internet connection. But what if this was your business? What if there was a problem up on the internet? Or what about when the broadband goes down at your premises? No internet means no cloud. Accessing your information could become almost impossible, and you could be down for hours, maybe days. It might feel like you've a brick wall between you and your IT, instead of that nice blue sky IT system you were promised. Your cloud computing starts to look a bit gloomy. One of the great strengths of Cloud30 is that in addition to your IT information being reliably stored in the cloud, you also have it on your PC. So with Cloud30 you don't need an internet connection. Cloud30 is on your PC as well as being in the cloud. So despite all the problems the internet can throw at you, with Cloud30 you've got a copy of your IT on your PC. And when normal service resumes, Cloud30 will sync it all up again with the cloud. Cloud30, flexible IT that can cope with real-world problems. That's what you need, and that's what Cloud30 delivers. But it doesn't just stop there. Cloud30 offers so much more, and over the next few slides I'll hopefully be able to explain this for you. You probably will not have seen anything like Cloud30 before. It's a new approach, one based on real-world hands-on experience from a company that's been providing IT solutions for small to medium-sized businesses since the mid-90s. Most cloud computing solutions completely fail to address the fundamental reasons why small businesses have historically steered away from cloud solutions. We call them the SME Cloud Computing 3 Fundamentals. Firstly, internet connection. We touched on this in the previous slide, and I want to explain this again in a bit more detail. It's important to understand this. Most SMEs cannot afford anything beyond a single broadband or ADSL connection. Unfortunately, these services are not totally reliable. Fact is, broadband goes down from time to time. With conventional IT, this is inconvenient, but you can carry on working. But with most cloud computing solutions, no internet means no IT. You lose everything whilst the broadband is down. Bad enough for a few hours, but what about if your broadband is off all day? Or even worse, it keeps happening every few weeks. It's a big risk, ignored by almost all cloud providers, apart from us, of course. The second fundamentally important aspect to cloud computing, totally overlooked by some cloud computing providers, is the use of browsers. Don't get me wrong, browsers are great, but do you really want to have to do everything in a browser? The answer is no. Small to medium-sized organizations cannot afford all the customization needed to get the many applications they need working in a browser environment. SMEs need to run apps on their PCs, not in a browser. Full stop, fact. Don't let anyone try to tell you any different. So when considering cloud solutions, take a good look at exactly how the cloud apps work and compare them against your PC apps. In my experience, you'll quickly find lots of shortcomings when trying to do too much with browsers. Juggling between apps, using a browser, it's pants. The third cloud computing basic mistake we think lots of cloud solution providers have made is abandoning the straightforward structure of files and folders. If you are used to storing and filing information in folders and subfolders and then sharing those folders with your colleagues, you are going to be really disappointed with most cloud solutions. They just don't work like that. But it gets worse. These alternatives to folders and subfolders are a completely different way of working and in our experience, alien to SMEs. Do I sound like a Luddite? No apology. I've been helping clients with objections to change and a reluctance to move forward with technology for the best part of 20 years, so I know what I'm talking about. When considering your cloud solutions, scratch under the surface and find out exactly how you are going to store and share your data. You need to be very careful about how you share data and collaborate with your colleagues online. Basic IT communication, like saving and sharing a spreadsheet, are very, very different to what you are probably used to, and you don't want to introduce something that your staff hate and then abandon because it's unworkable. So, do you just put up with all these flaws, as well as many others, or has someone taken the time to really think through the problems and come up with a proper cloud solution for small businesses? Well, we have, and we've called it Cloud30. Firstly, an internet connection isn't needed. Cloud30 uses what's called the cache to store everything you need on your PC. Secondly, Cloud30 doesn't need to use a browser. It's based primarily on Microsoft Office apps. And thirdly, Cloud30 uses conventional files and folders. So, from a small business perspective, we think Cloud30 is an ideal platform. Firstly, you're not reliant on internet connectivity, so you can get on with things even when the broadband is down. Not having to use a browser means that you can use real apps on your PC. Invariably, this is miles better. And because Cloud30 uses conventional files and folders, you'll have all your documentation structured in the way you like it, with mapped drives and straightforward security permissions for sharing with your colleagues. Cloud30 is cloud computing devised specifically for small to medium-sized businesses. If you run an SME and would like to consider cloud computing, you need to be talking to us. Browse our website for lots more info, and if you're really interested, give me a ring. Drop me an email or use our Contact Us page. Thank you for listening and watching.